A warm welcome to all gathered here. Once again, on behalf of Panimala Institute of Technology, AICT Pre-Rana GATE training program for EC and EEE students. We welcome you all once again for the subject Signals and System. And today we will discuss about the topic Fourier transform. The previous class we were discussing about what is classification of signal, classification of systems, Fourier series. So we had past 3 classes with the discussion of Fourier series, classifications of signals, classification of systems. Hope you would have solved the assignments that I have posted in the WhatsApp group. And today we will discuss about what is Fourier transform, how Fourier transform is required, and what is the uses and applications of Fourier transform. And we will try to solve some gate problems with respect to Fourier transform. So moving into Fourier series versus Fourier transform. So what is the drawback of Fourier series and why do we need a Fourier transform? By the observation and limitations of Fourier series, we go for Fourier transform. And Fourier series is mainly we know that it is applicable only for periodic signals. But we know that in real time, most of the signals are aperiodic, and that is the need for a new kind of solution where we go for a Fourier transform. So for example, real world signals are rarely periodic. Transient behavior is common in terms of electronics and communication engineering. The discrete spectrum in space cannot carry complex information. So these are few examples where we have to go with a non-periodic signal. So that is the need why we go for Fourier transform. So to say in deep, periodic signals are represented as a sum of everlasting sinusoids or exponential Fourier series method of analysis of such periodic signal is powerful tool. However, Fourier series fails when applied to aperiodic signal. To overcome the limitations, an aperiodic signal x of t is expressed as a continuous time integral of overlapping exponentials. Such representation is called as Fourier integral, which is basically a Fourier series with fundamental tendings to 0. By such representation, aperiodic signal x of t in time domain is transformed to x of j omega. So here a periodic continuous time signal can be represented as in frequency domain using Fourier series. But in general, signals are non-periodic. So to address this, we go for Fourier transform. So as I said earlier, the transformation is a process in which either time domain signal is converted to a frequency domain or a frequency domain is converted into a time domain. So that signal analysis becomes very easy. For any non-periodic signal, as t tends to infinity, omega tends to 0. So since t and omega are inversely proportional, that this happens. So the discrete spectrum of Fourier series is converted to a continuous spectrum in Fourier transform. So extension of Fourier series is Fourier transform, and Fourier transform is an extension of Fourier series to a non-periodic signal. So by such representation, aperiodic signal x of t in time domain is transformed to x of j omega in frequency domain. The transformation of x of t to x of j omega and from x of j omega to x of t is called as Fourier transform and inverse Fourier transform. And we could call this as also Fourier transform pairs. Fourier transform forms a foundation for the frequency domain methods when signals are aperiodic. They are infinitely very close in frequency, and representation in terms of linear combination takes the form of an integral rather than sum. The resulting spectrum of the coefficient in this representation is called as Fourier transform. Aperiodic signals will have a time t0 tends to infinity where my frequency tends to 0. So therefore, the spacing between the spectral components become infinitesimal, and hence the frequency spectrum appears to be so continuous. So this is the main reason why we go for Fourier transform. And Fourier transform of continuous time signal can be obtained from Fourier series by applying appropriate conditions. Fourier series can be applied to a periodic signal only, but Fourier transform can be applied to non-periodic signals like rectangular pulse, step function, ramp function, etc. Fourier transform can be developed by finding Fourier series of a periodic function and then tending these to infinity. So Fourier series versus Fourier transform. It is used for continuous time signal. It is used for continuous time signal. Here only for periodic signal. Here we can go for non-periodic signal as well as here it is time domain representation in infinite series. Here it is frequency domain representation. So this is the main difference between Fourier series and Fourier transform. And this is the Fourier transform formula, inverse Fourier transform formula. Both combined together, we call it as Fourier transform pair. X of j omega is equal to integral minus infinity to plus infinity, x of t e to the power minus j omega t dt. This equation is called as analysis equation. And inverse Fourier transform, x of t is equal to 1 over 2 pi integral minus infinity to plus infinity x of j omega e to the power j omega t d omega, and this equation is synthesis equation where here omega represents radians per second. So for the existence of Fourier transform, Dirichlet's condition should be satisfied. As discussed earlier for Fourier series also, Dirichlet condition is mandatory. The Fourier transform Dirichlet condition is signal should have finite number of maxima and minima over any given time interval, and it should have finite number of discontinuities over the finite interval, and the signal should be absolutely integrable over the limit minus infinity to plus infinity. Modulus of x of t dt should be less than infinity. So this is a sufficient condition but not necessary. Now we will try to solve a few problems with respect to Fourier transform. So let me take a question. Calculate the Fourier transform for the signal x of t is equal to e power minus at u of t, where a is greater than 0. We know the formula for Fourier transform. X of omega is equal to minus infinity to plus infinity x of t e to the power minus j omega t dt. Now what I do was I am trying to substitute this x of t in terms of x of t here. So e power minus at u of t e to the power minus j omega t dt. We know that whenever we have u of t, we can rewrite it from 0 to infinity. 0 to infinity e power minus at e to the power minus j omega t dt. E power a into e power b can be combined as e power a plus b. So I am taking minus t outside, e power minus t a plus j omega. We know that integration of e power at is e power at divided by a. So I will be having e power minus a plus j omega into t divided by minus of a plus j omega. Lower limit 0, upper limit infinity. Upper limit e power minus infinity 0. Lower limit e power 0 is 1. We will have for negative lower another minus into minus will become plus 1 over a plus j omega. So always do remember e power minus at u of t, the Fourier transform is 1 divided by a plus j omega. Similarly, we can go for e power at u of minus t. Again, just same way of substitution. Formula for Fourier transform, x of omega is equal to integral minus infinity to plus infinity x of t e to the power minus j omega t dt. I'm just substituting e power at u of minus t over here. Whenever we have u of t, we will go for 0 to infinity. When we have u of minus t, we go for minus infinity to 0. So I am just replacing it, minus infinity to 0, e power at e to the power minus j omega t dt. Again the same combination, you can take e power a into e power b can be written as e power a plus b. Here what I do is I take t outside. I will be having e power t is taken outside a minus j omega. Integration of e power at is e power at divided by a. So I will be having e power a minus j omega t divided by a minus j omega. Lower limit minus infinity, upper limit 0. Upper limit if I substitute e power 0 is 1. So 1 over a minus j omega. Lower limit e power minus infinity. E power minus infinity will become 0. So Fourier transform of e power minus at. Fourier transform of e power minus e power at u of minus t is 1 over a minus j omega. Similarly, e power minus at u of t is a 1 divided by a plus j omega. Now we will see Fourier transform of basic elementary signals. First we will try to see what is the Fourier transform of del of t. We know earlier we can write it in this way. X of t is del of t. Formula for Fourier transform again, x of omega is equal to integral minus infinity to plus infinity. I am substituting here del of t e power minus j omega t dt. We know that del of t exists only for limit formula. We know that minus infinity to plus infinity del of t dt is equal to 1. Del of t dt is equal to 1. And this only exists at t is equal to 0, and all the other remaining places it is 0. So I have to substitute t is equal to 0. If I put t is equal to 0, it becomes e power 0 is 1. The entire integration is 1. So 1 into 1 is 1. Fourier transform of del of t is equal to 1. Obtain the Fourier transform of x of t is equal to 1. So what is 1? We know that del of t is equal to Fourier transform is 1. There is a property called as duality property. We will see it in the upcoming class, coming sessions. By duality property, x of t Fourier transform is 2 pi x of minus omega. Here let x of t is equal to 1. Then x of minus omega will be just substitute del of minus omega. Then we can rewrite it as 2 pi into del of minus omega. Fourier transform of 1 is 2 pi into del of omega. Since omega is a even function, what does the even function means? Again, this is one of the important property. Even function states that x of t is equal to x of minus t. Signum function. We will try to find what is Fourier transform of signum function. We can rewrite signum function in terms of 2 times u of t, 2 times u of t minus 1. What is u of t actually? We know that u of t is a unit step function. 2 times u of t minus 1. So differentiating on both the sides. If I differentiate on both sides, d by dt of x of t will be 2 times d by dt of u of t minus 2 times del of t. 1 I can rewrite it as del of t. Now what is u of t differentiation? U of t differentiation is del of t. So I am getting it as 2 times del of t. Now apply Fourier transform on both sides. By differentiation property, Fourier transform of differentiation is j omega into x of j omega. Here it is Fourier transform of del of t is 1. So I will have 2. X of omega is equal to 2 by j omega. So signum function Fourier transform is 2 by j omega. With the finding of Fourier transform of signum function, we will now extend it to the unit step function. We know that signum function is 2 times u of t minus 1. So from this I can rewrite u of t. U of t will be, you take this minus 1 to this side, signum of t plus 1. This 2 you bring it to the down, signum of t plus 1 divided by 2. So I will have u of t can be rewritten as 1 over t, 1 plus signum of t. Now I'm going to apply Fourier transform on both the sides. So Fourier transform of u of t will be equal to Fourier transform of the entire function. So first function is 1, Fourier transform of 1. We have found what is Fourier transform of 1 here. Fourier transform of 1 is 2 pi into del of omega. The second function is Fourier transform of signum of t. What is Fourier transform of signum of t? 2 by j omega. Just substitute here. I'll get 2 pi del of omega plus 2 by j omega. You take 2 to get cancel. So Fourier transform of u of t is equal to pi del of omega plus 1 by j omega. Always try to understand for all the other transformation. For all the other transformation, there is a direct methodology for finding the Fourier transformation of step signal. Whereas only for Fourier transform, we have to go by this methodology. Most of the students, they don't do this. They directly use the formula integral minus infinity to plus infinity x of j omega e to the power minus j omega t d omega dt. They substitute x of t, but that is wrong. So u of t should be always taken in terms of signum function only. We can rewrite u of t as 1 by 2 1 plus signum of t. Next, we will see inverse Fourier transform of del of omega. What is going to be inverse Fourier transform of del of omega? Now we know by formula inverse Fourier transform is given by x of t. X of t is equal to 1 by 2 pi integral minus infinity to plus infinity x of j omega e to the power j omega t d omega. I'm going to substitute x of j omega is equal to del of omega. We know that the entire integration is again going to exist only when omega is 0. Since del of 0 is only going to be 1. So what happens here? If I substitute 0, e power 0 is 1. So this integration, entire integration will become 1. So 1 into 1 over 2 pi is 1 by 2 pi. So Fourier transform of del of omega, that is inverse Fourier transform of del of omega is equal to 1 by 2 pi. So we can also rewrite it as Fourier inverse of f inverse of 2 pi del of omega is equal to 1. Now we will see what is the Fourier inverse of del of omega minus omega naught. The same procedure I am going to put. Formula is x of t is equal to 1 over 2 pi minus infinity to plus infinity x of j omega e to the power j omega t d omega. I am substituting here. Now for this case, the integration exists only when omega naught is, that value should be the entire inside bracket should be 0 when it is possible. When I put omega is equal to omega naught, only when I put this value it is possible. So what happens here? Instead of omega, I am going to substitute omega naught. So you can have e power j omega naught t, you can take it outside. Integration of del of 0 dt, this value will become 1. So the answer is 1 by 2 pi e power j omega naught t. So this is Fourier inverse of del of omega minus omega naught. What I can do is I can take this 2 pi inside. So if I 2 pi goes here, Fourier inverse of 2 pi del of omega minus omega naught is equal to e power j omega naught t. Similarly, Fourier inverse of 2 pi del of omega plus omega naught. Can someone say me what will be del of omega plus omega naught? Just looking into that, you can say Fourier inverse of 2 pi del of omega minus omega naught is e power j omega naught t. Can someone say? Yes. Post it in the chat box. Okay, good, very good. So the answer is e power minus j omega naught t. We'll try to solve and show you. Now we will go see what is the Fourier transform of cos omega t and Fourier transform of sin omega t. We know that cos theta can be rewritten as e power j omega t plus e power minus j omega t divided by 2. I am using the same concept here. X of j omega is equal to 1 over 2 Fourier transform of e power j omega naught Fourier transform of e power minus j omega naught t. 2 is taken outside. What is Fourier transform of e power j omega naught t? We know that inverse Fourier transform of 2 pi del of omega minus omega naught is e power j omega naught t. I am applying Fourier to both sides. If I apply Fourier to both sides, what happen? Here Fourier and Fourier inverse will get cancelled. 2 pi del of omega minus omega naught. 2 pi del of omega minus omega naught will be Fourier transform of e power j omega naught t. So similarly, 2 pi del of omega plus omega naught will be e to the power minus j omega naught t. So I am just substituting here. Fourier transform of e power j omega naught t is 2 pi del of omega minus omega naught. Fourier transform of e power minus j omega naught t is 2 pi del of omega plus omega naught. So 2 will get cancelled. So Fourier transform of cos omega naught t is pi into del of omega minus omega naught plus del of omega plus omega naught. Can someone now try for Fourier transform of sin omega naught t? Try to solve it. What is Fourier transform of sin omega naught t? The same procedure. So how will you represent sin omega t? Sin omega t can be represented as e power j omega naught t minus e power minus j omega naught t divided by 2j. Just substitute it, apply the concept. Fourier inverse of 2 pi omega minus omega naught is e power j omega naught t. Fourier inverse of 2 pi omega plus omega naught is e power minus j omega naught t. Substitute the same here and you tell me what is the Fourier transform of sin omega naught t. Okay, I will explain it again. Fourier transform of sin omega naught t is required for us. X of j omega is equal to 1 over 2j Fourier transform of e power j omega naught t minus Fourier transform of e power minus j omega naught t. We know already this. What is Fourier transform of e power j omega naught t? It is 2 pi del of omega minus omega naught. What is Fourier transform of e power minus j omega naught t? It is 2 pi del of omega plus omega naught. I can take 2 or 2 gets cancelled. We can have Fourier transform of sin omega naught t is 1 by j can be rewritten as minus j pi del of omega minus omega naught minus pi del of omega plus omega naught. So very simple. So we can even represent it in terms of a spectrum also. I will also show you how the spectrum looks. So for del of omega, we can have the spectrum at 0, which is 1 over 2 pi. For this case, how the spectrum looks for cos? So we have two values, that is omega minus omega naught. Let me have some omega minus omega naught here. Omega plus omega naught. So some other value. What will be this? This amplitude is pi and this amplitude is pi. Similarly here, Here for omega minus omega naught, here is minus pi j. Here it is plus pi j. So this is how the spectrum is represented. And we will try to see some properties. So very important, again by using the formula we can try to work it out for all the properties. We know the formula is minus infinity to plus infinity x of t e to the power minus j omega t dt. Just a substitution of this all we will get properties. Very important for solving the problems. Properties plays a vital role. Many gate problems are asked only with this particular concept. What they do is by just substituting values in the properties, we can find the gate problems. Many gate problems are asked with respect to the properties. Now let first see what is the linearity property. A x1 of t plus a2 x2 of t. Just substitute here. I will try to solve few properties. Remaining, just you remember the concept, that is enough. A x1 of t plus a2 x2 of t. Just I have substituted here. What we can do here is e power minus j omega t. You can segregate integration. So first integration will have a x1 of t with respect to e power minus j omega t. Similarly, second one, a2 e power x2 of t e to the power minus j. So first equation can be rewritten as a x1 of j omega, or where generally you can have x1 of omega. Second equation can be rewritten as a2 x2 of omega. Similarly, what is only going to change is only formula, just substitution. Minus infinity to plus infinity x of t e to the power minus j omega t dt. Now second, we will try to see what is time reversal. I'm just substituting here x of minus t. You take some dummy parameters, u is equal to minus t. So what will be du from this? Du will be minus dt. What happens to your limit? You put t is equal to infinity, u becomes minus infinity. If you put minus infinity, it becomes plus infinity. So what happens to my limit now? It changes from minus infinity, instead of minus infinity to plus infinity, it becomes infinity to minus infinity. I can rewrite it as x of u e to the power minus j omega minus t dt. Now what I do is, for my simplicity, I change this minus t into minus omega. So I can rewrite. Integration is not going to change. If you change the limit, we have to take one minus outside. So I am bringing minus infinity to plus infinity, minus infinity to plus infinity. You will have one minus symbol here. X of u e to the power minus j minus omega t. You have minus dt. What I do here is, you take that minus outside, minus into minus will become plus. So how does this look? Same to this, you see. Instead of t, here it is u. So instead of omega, here it is minus omega. So what will be the answer? Just a comparison. X of minus omega. So similarly, what we can do is, we can solve all the properties. But for the time constraint, what we do is, we mainly focus on the properties alone. So linearity property, ax1 of t plus ax2 of t, a2 x2 of t is a1 x1 of omega plus a2 x2 of omega. time reversal property. Fourier transform of x of minus t is x of minus omega. Conjugation property. X star of t is x star of minus omega. So when we have conjugation property, do remember sometimes they may ask this in a GET problem. They will give a question like this: for a Fourier transform of a real valued time signal, what property will satisfy? Even property, odd property, or conjugate property. So we should go for conjugation symmetry. So many times we can see few problems are asked with respect to this time shifting. It is very important property. Many problems are asked with the combination of scaling and shifting properties. So time shifting property is given by Fourier transform of x of t minus t naught is equal to x of omega e to the power minus j omega t naught. Similarly, x of t plus t naught will be x of omega e to the power plus j omega t naught. Next, time scaling property. X of at is 1 over mod a x of omega by a. Frequency shifting property. E power minus omega naught t into x of t. Fourier transform is x of omega plus omega naught. Similarly, e power plus, if I have plus here, e power plus omega naught t x of t will be x of omega minus omega naught. X of omega minus omega naught. Next, differentiation in time domain property. It is given by d by dt of x of t in general. D by dt of x of t. The Fourier transform is j omega x of j omega. D by, in general, d by dt. Fourier transform is j omega x of j omega. Similarly, d square by dt square, d square by dt square, it is j omega the whole square x of j omega. D cube by dt cube, j omega the whole cube divided into x of j omega. Similarly, I can generate is as differentiation with respect to n. dn by dt power n x of t is j omega whole power n x of omega. Next is integration property. What integration property says is integral minus infinity to plus t x of t dt is equal to x of omega by j omega plus pi into x of 0 into del of omega. Very, very important GATE problem. Note it down and keep. Sometimes they will give you the same as a question and they will have it in answer. Integral minus infinity to t x of t dt will be equal to x of omega divided by j omega plus pi into x of 0 del of omega. Next property, convolution in time. We know convolution, it is a 4-step process: folding, shifting, multiplying, and adding. X1 of t convoluted with x2 of t. Here, due to time concern, I will just introduce you with the formula for convolution. Hope you do remember it also. It is minus infinity to plus infinity x of tau. Convolution formula, very important, remember. X of tau h of t minus tau d tau. So this is the convolution formula. That is x of t convoluted with h of t. X of t convoluted with h of t is given by x integral minus infinity to plus infinity x of tau h of t minus tau d tau. And next, the convolution in time domain will be multiplication in the frequency domain. This is common for any property. Let it be Fourier series or a Laplace transform or Z transform, DTFT, DFT. In all the cases, time domain convolution, frequency domain or any other domain, it is multiplication. The reverse way also. In time domain, if you have this case, multiplication, in frequency domain, it will be convolution. So same property here, multiplication in time. X1 of t into x2 of t. Fourier transform is 1 by 2 pi x1 of omega convoluted with x2 of omega. Next, differentiation in frequency. Very important. Once again, very important property. T power n into x of t. So if I have t square into x of t or t cube into x of t, the transformation is given by j power n d by d omega n into x of omega. Very important again. Parseval's theorem, very important. Energy is given by 1 by 2 pi integral minus infinity to plus infinity modulus of x of omega the whole square. What is energy? Minus infinity to plus infinity modulus of x of t whole square dt, which is equal to 1 by 2 pi integral minus infinity to plus infinity x of omega modulus the whole square d omega. Next property is very important. We will try to recollect what are the properties that we have seen. The first property that we have seen is linearity property. Second property, time reversal. Third one, conjugation. Fourth one, shifting. Fifth one, scaling. Sixth, frequency shifting. Next, differentiation in time. Then integration with respect to time. Convolution. Multiplication in time. Differentiation in frequency. Parseval's identity. So if you remember these formulas, any gate problem, we can solve it very easily. Now we will try to solve some gate problems. The first question is the Fourier transform of a real valued time signal. As we said earlier, we know conjugation property is applicable. What is conjugation property? X of minus j omega is equal to x star of j omega. X of j omega formula minus infinity to plus infinity x of t e to the power minus j omega t dt. I'm just substituting here, instead of x of t, I'm just substituting x star of j omega. If I take this outside, directly we know that by formula x star of j omega is equal to integral minus infinity to plus infinity x of t e to the power j omega t dt. If I put whole complex, this will become e power minus j omega t. Now what happens here? What is this formula? This formula is only again x of t. So what we can rewrite this as? This can be rewritten as x of t star. So x of minus j omega is equal to x star of t. So this is what the beauty here. The previous case, x of t, Fourier transform is x of j omega. Here, x of minus t, x of minus j omega is x star of j omega, conjugate symmetry property. Second question. If Fourier transform of x of t or f of t is f of s. Then what is Fourier transform of t minus capital T equal to? Can someone tell me quickly what is the property involved here? They are given you if Fourier transform of f of t is f of s, then what is Fourier transform of t minus capital T? What property this is? This is shifting property. X of, we have seen it as x of t minus t naught. So x of t minus t naught, here instead of t naught, they have only given capital T. So by formula, I can rewrite it as e power minus st into f of s. So many problems are asked with respect to this. What they used to do was, here they will give some values. Now we will take some values here. By looking into the question itself directly, you should be able to say what is Fourier transform of t minus 2. If you know this concept, Fourier transform of t minus capital T is e power minus st into f of s. If I substitute 2 here, what happens here? This is 2. So I can rewrite it as e power minus 2 s into f of s. Similarly, we can have with respect to positive also. What is Fourier transform of t plus capital T? So just again the same formula, t plus capital T is going to be e power s t into f of s. We will see the next problem. The function f of t has a Fourier transform g of omega. The Fourier transform of g of t is equal to minus infinity to plus infinity g of t e to the power minus j omega t is what? Can someone try to solve this problem and tell me what property you will be using here? So again repeating the question, g of t is equal to integral minus infinity to plus infinity g of t e to the power minus j omega t is what? So we have seen few cases. Remember that and try to solve it. Yes, very good. It is 2 pi f of minus omega will be the answer. Amplitude spectrum of a Gaussian pulse is, what is the amplitude spectrum of Gaussian pulse? So amplitude spectrum of a Gaussian pulse will be again a Gaussian only. Direct question, one more question. Note it down and keep. Amplitude spectrum of a Gaussian pulse is Gaussian. Next we will try to see this. The Fourier transform of x of t is x of f. Then what is the Fourier transform of d by dt of x of t? Again, what property? Very good, only property. So by property of differentiation, what my differentiation property says? So we do have two cases. First, differentiation with respect to time, then second, differentiation with respect to frequency. Now, which differentiation is given here? This is with respect to the time only differentiation is given. What is the time differentiation property says? In general, I have written as differentiation of with respect to n, nth order, dt power n, which is given by x of j omega. I am writing in general x of j omega. So for x of t, it is x of j omega. D power n by dt power n, it is going to be j omega whole power n. Now what is there in the power here? Here the power is 1. So the answer will be x of j omega. Generally, you can write x of omega into j omega. What is omega? 2 pi f. So I can rewrite it as j 2 pi f into x of f. By looking into the question, it may look little complex because we do not have it in terms of direct ready-made formula. So here they are given in frequency, but we should understand it to f is equal to or omega is equal to 2 pi f, same concept. Now for the same question, if they give you what is d square x of t by dt square, so this is also possible, d square x of t by dt square. What happens here now? By formula n value 2, n value 2, here it becomes x of j omega the whole square. What is j square? J square is minus 1. Here it is like omega square. So I will have minus omega square x of j omega. Similarly, we can solve few cases of the formulas. Next, a direct question. Make a note. Fourier transform of a voltage signal x of t is x of f. Then what is the unit of modulus of x of f? So it is volt second. So note down and keep, very important concept here, volt second. Next problem. This is also note, make a note and keep. A signal x of t as a Fourier transform x of omega. If x of t is a real and odd function of t, then x of omega is what? It is imaginary and odd function. You can make a note down of this and keep. Hope you all noted. Once again, I am repeating. A signal x of t as a Fourier transform of x of j omega or x of omega. If x of t is real and odd function of t, then x of omega is imaginary and odd function. Next, it is again a gate problem as in 2000. Fourier transform of the signal x of t is equal to e to the power minus 3t square is of the following form, where a and b are constant. Now what they are asking, you have to find the Fourier transform of this. What is the form of this? It is Fourier transform for a normalized Gaussian function. So what is the formula? Gaussian formula, e power minus a t square. Fourier transform is given by root pi by a e power minus a square t square by 2. Now you see where is this applicable. So we have for function square divided by 2 is applicable only for this case. So it will be a e power minus b f square in general. If a signal has energy E, the energy of the signal is f of 2t is equal to what? So what property? Scaling property. What scaling property says? Fourier transform of x of a t is x of omega divided by modulus of a, or 1 over modulus of a x of j omega. Same concept here you can apply. So we will have energy divided by 2. Fourier transform of e power minus t u of t is equal to 1 divided by a plus j 2 pi f. Therefore, Fourier transform of 1 divided by 1 plus j 2 pi t is what? This is what they are asking. Very simple. We have to go for the duality property and we will try to find what is the answer of this. X of t Fourier transform, x of f. Then by the concept, x of t Fourier transform is x of minus f e power minus t u of t. Fourier transform, everyone know. We have written, and what is the errors we have seen in terms of omega 1 by 1 plus j omega. We have seen omega is equal to 2 pi f, just a mere substitution. So e power minus t u of t Fourier transform is 1 divided by 1 plus j 2 pi f. Then what happens? So this is inverse I want. So if you take this side, it is going to be e power minus t u of t here. So what happens here? It becomes minus will become plus. So I'll have e power f u of minus f. So which is the answer that we have got? So we can go for here minus symbol is missing. We can have here printing mistake, e power f u of minus f. Since this option and this options are same, we have to go for this option. We have already seen Fourier transform of a conjugate symmetry function is always real. Make a note down of this and keep Fourier transform of conjugate symmetry function is always real. Fourier transform of conjugate symmetry function is always real. For a signal x of t, the Fourier transform is x of f. Then the inverse Fourier transform of x of 3f plus 2. See, several times I said that property based problems are only asked to get maximum. Here what properties they are combining? Shifting property, scaling property, they are combining. If you know this concept directly, easily we can find it out the answer. So what is given? X of t Fourier transform is x of f. Scaling property, x of at is given by 1 over mod a x of f by a. So with the concept of this, x of f by 3. Why I take f by 3? Because here I have 3f, so I have taken it in terms of x of f by 3 will be, so 1 divided by 1 by 3. So I will take that 3 to the top, 3 x of 3f. So I am done with this. Now using shifting property, what my shifting property says, e power minus j 2 pi f naught t x of t will be x of f plus this function. So what I do now, I'm just substituting here 1 by 3 e to the power minus j by t3 into x of t by 3, which is equal to x of 3f plus 2. I take 3 outside. I will have 3 into x of 3 times f plus 2 by 3. You take this 3 to the bottom. I'll have 1 by 3 e to the power minus j by t by 3 into x of 1 by 3t. So this is the Fourier transform of this particular case. So what happens? This is what they have asked. X of 3f plus 2 will be given by 1 over 3. Where is 1 over 3? Only this option is there. So this will be the correct answer. Same kind of problems. Same kind of problem is asked again. Let x of t is equal to x of j omega be the Fourier transform pair. The Fourier transform of a signal x of pi t minus 3 in terms of x of j omega is given by, again same shifting and scaling property. I'm just using the same concept. I will have 1 by 5 x of j omega by 5 e to the power minus j 3 omega by 5. Just write out in your home. We'll go for the next question. The signal x of t is described by x of t is equal to 1 for minus 1 less than or equal to t less than or equal to plus 1, 0 otherwise. Two of the angular frequencies at which its frequency transform becomes 0. First what we do, we'll try to find what is Fourier transform for this. Then we will see what is the two frequency it becomes 0. First, what is Fourier transform formula? X of omega is equal to integral minus infinity to plus infinity x of t to the power minus j omega t dt. What is x of t value? X of t value is 1. From where to where? From minus 1 to plus 1. I change the limit minus 1 to plus 1 e to the power minus j omega t dt. What is the integration of e power at? E power at divided by a. So I can rewrite it as 1 by minus j omega e to the power minus j omega t. Limits minus 1 to plus 1. Just substitute e power j omega e power minus j omega divided by 1 by j omega. So if I have minus symbol taken outside, you can rewrite it in terms of this. What is e power j theta minus e power minus j theta divided by 2j? It is sin theta. So I am rewriting it as 2 sin omega by omega. So when this will become 0, that is what they are asking. So this becomes 0 in two cases. If I put omega equal to pi, sin pi by pi, or put omega is equal to 2 pi, this concept will become 0. The Fourier transform of h of t is h of j omega, which is equal to 2 cos omega plus sin 2 omega by omega. The value of h of 0 is what they are asking. Now, from this, what we do was, they have given this as h of j omega. They are asking what will be h of 0. How to find? What is this? 2 cos a sin 2 omega. So let me take 2 by omega outside. So I will have 2 by omega outside. Remaining terms cos omega sin 2 omega. So it means that cos A, cos B, same concept. So what is cos A, cos B formula? Sorry, cos A sin B. Cos A sin B. Cos A sin B formula? Sin sum plus sin difference. So same thing is applicable here. I can rewrite this as sin 3 omega by omega. Sin omega by omega. So this, what is the function? Do you remember it? Yes, it is sinc function. Sin 3 omega by omega. A rectangular pulse. This concept we get as an answer. Sinc function. Fourier transform of sinc function is a rectangular function. So draw a rectangular. What is omega value? 3. So I will have minus 3 to plus 3. What is the amplitude? It is 1 by 2. Similarly, here it is minus 1 to plus 1, 1 by 2. This is sin omega by omega. This is sin 3 omega by omega. Now what is required for us? H of 0. So what is h of 0 at first value? Here what is h of 0 value? 1 by 2. What is here h of 0 value? 1 by 2. So add both the things, 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2, value is 1. X of omega is a Fourier transform of x of t shown below. Then value of minus infinity to plus infinity, modulus of x of omega the whole square d omega, rounded off to 2 decimal places is what? This is what they are asking. That is minus 1 to 0, there is a ramp. From 0 to 3, there is again a ramp. That is from 1 to 3. No, that is not a ramp since we have one value here. For that it is 3. So this is again one value, here another value, here another value. So we have to put a formula and try to solve it. What is given here? Formula minus infinity to plus infinity, modulus of x of omega the whole square d omega is given by 2 pi minus infinity to plus infinity, modulus of x of t the whole square dt. I'm going to substitute here in this case. First limit minus 2 to minus 1 amplitude is 1. Second limit minus 1 to 0. It is 2t plus 3. You have tried to solve this and find it out. 2t plus 3 the whole square dt. Then find integration. I'll do all these things. we will be ending up with 56 pi by 3. Let x of t is equal to x of omega 1 for modulus of omega less than 1, 0 for modulus of omega greater than 1. Consider y of t is equal to d square x of t by dt square. Then value of minus infinity to plus infinity modulus of y of t the whole square dt is what? So again the formula, Pascal's formula, minus infinity to plus infinity modulus of y of t whole square dt is given by 1 by 2 pi minus infinity to plus infinity modulus of y of omega the whole square dt. What is y of omega the whole square? Where we have known the formula. That's just substitute. So we have got here it is 1. So direct substitution I will get 1. Here omega square is omega power 4. It becomes integration of omega power 4 is omega power 5 by 5. Limit minus 1 to plus 1. You put upper limit. What happens? 1. Lower limit again minus of minus will become plus 1. So 1 plus 1, 2. 2 will get cancelled. 1 divided by 5 pi will be the answer. Very good. Match the following. So with the property based match the following they are asked. You have to understand easily formulas. Second, remember the properties. Easily you can solve this. G of t minus 2 shifting property. T into G of t multiplication property. G of minus t reversal property. G of 3t plus 1. It is a combination of scaling as well as reversal property. Very simple. First find one thing. G of minus t, it is G of minus omega. So for C, you will have this. Next, G of t minus 2. You know that it is e power minus j2 omega G of omega. So this is directly done. Similarly, t into G of t, frequency differentiation. So frequency differentiation, j d by d omega G of omega. What is the last one that is left out? Combination. So we directly answer this one. Very good. Next. Again, match the following problem. First one, function in time domain. What is the function in frequency domain? Delta function, gate function, normalized Gaussian function, sinusoidal function. Always remember something. For delta function, Fourier transform is constant. For gate function is pi of t. It is sampling function. Normalized Gaussian function, again we have seen in previous gate problem. Normal Gaussian function, the Fourier transform is Gaussian function itself. Sinusoidal function, the Fourier transform is delta function. Now see which is the combination that we get, that will be the answer. So delta function, it is going to be constant function. Gate function, sampling function. Normalized Gaussian function, it is Gaussian function. Sinusoidal function, it is delta function. The Fourier transform of del of t minus t naught divided by a is what? Again same shifting property as well as scaling property. 1 by a scaling property, you make it as modulus of a. Del of t minus t naught shifting property, e power minus j omega t naught. Very simple, direct answers we can do it. Option is A. So these are all the problems that we have seen so far with respect to gate. A few references that I would like to quote. I have taken the materials from this lecture slides of Mitchell D. Adams, Professor Paul Kerf, Oppenheim, textbook of signals and system, and R.K. Kanodia, Gate previous problem by Dodia Publications, MIT Open Courseware, and AS Engineering Academy, MADC, as well as lecture slides by Dr. Balaji, JNTU, Kakinada. So most of all these materials is only taken from the standard textbooks and internet resources. I would like to thank all the presenters and all the authors for this presentation. So these are the references. I would like to quickly summarize what we have seen today. So we started with drawback of Fourier series, where it is applicable only for periodic signal. We go for Fourier transform. So it is applicable when Non-periodic signal t tends to infinity, omega tends to 0. So the discrete spectrum of Fourier series will be converted to a continuous spectrum in terms of Fourier transform. And it is applicable for non-periodic signal. The main differences, it is time domain, here it is frequency domain expression. Formula x of j omega minus infinity to plus infinity x of t e power minus j omega t dt. This is the analysis equation. X of t is equal to 1 by 2 pi minus infinity to plus infinity x of j omega e to the power j omega t d omega, synthesis equation. Dirichlet condition again. F of t should be finite number of maximas and minimas. A finite number of discontinuities should be absolutely integrable. Minus infinity to plus infinity. Modulus of x of t dt should be less than infinity. We have seen few problems. E power minus a t Fourier transform is 1 by a plus j omega. Fourier transform e power a t u of minus t is 1 by a minus j omega. Del of t Fourier transform is 1. Fourier transform of 1 is 2 pi del of omega. Signum function 2 by j omega. U of t pi del of omega plus 1 by j omega. Inverse Fourier transform of del of omega is 1. Similarly, 2 pi del of omega inverse Fourier transform is 1. Cos omega, sin omega, very important. They can ask one more question. Match the following. They can ask. Properties are very important. Linearity property, time reversal, conjugation, shifting, scaling, frequency shifting, differentiation in time, integration in time, convolution in